Alright, greetings gamers of YouTube. It's Blue Pharaoh. I'm here with another video. It's Sunday morning, so not quite Saturday night, but in accounting we have this theory. The night that ends the month is the same as the morning that begins the month. So, still on time. But anyway, we're reminded this week that the world of gaming is full of surprises, right? So I'm starting off with Cuphead coming to PS4, and the announcement just came out of nowhere. My cousin actually texted me. He was like, "Yo, I need confirmation. Is Cuphead on PS4?" So if you don't know much about Cuphead, it started off as an Xbox exclusive. And Xbox this generation just hasn't had very many of those. Then people were clamoring, "Oh, this game would be perfect on the Switch." My son even saw something about it on Switch, and he was adamant. He's like, "Daddy, I want to play Cuphead. I want to play Cuphead." And so it came to Switch. They got the Mii skin in Smash Brothers, and then just out of nowhere, it just dropped on the PS4. It's kind of interesting because there is an article that I saw that said, "Oh, we would never go to PS4. We're exclusive to Xbox, yada, yada, yada." And this happens a lot in the gaming industry. Like a game will come out on one console and they'll swear up and down that it'll never appear on something else. But a lot of times, if you're patient, it will come. It makes more sense for the gaming studio to get their game in front of as many people as possible. At least that's the way I see it. So Cuphead is out on PS4. I personally have it on the Switch. It's tough, but fair, if that makes sense. I'm sure if I spent enough time with it, then I'd do fine. It's kind of like Contra. Like once you memorize the patterns for all the bosses, then you just execute. All right. Next topic is Halo Infinite. So word on the street is that the multiplayer is going to be free for Halo Infinite, which is kind of a big deal. A lot of things have changed since Halo's heyday, even since Halo 5 came out. So the way games are distributed is different. Fortnite did not exist when Halo 5 came out, I don't think. And that just kind of opened the door for these multiplayer games that you just download. And if you want to pay into them, you can. Paladins comes to mind. Apex Legends comes to mind. I mentioned Fortnite already. And these games are huge. There's always people playing them. But yeah, the multiplayer for Halo Infinite is supposed to be free. And so a lot of times when you drop the barrier of entry, you get more people into your ecosystem. So I just hope 343 can deliver the goods this time. Halo is one of those franchises. I mean, without Halo, I don't know if Xbox really exists in the way that it does. I was around for Halo 2 fever. I still remember it like yesterday. Like you could not escape Halo 2. And Halo 3 was even bigger than that. So we'll see. The next topic that I have is exclusivity, which I kind of excuse me, which I kind of already talked about with Cuphead. So one of the things that I see a lot online is you have these console loyalists, and they say things like Xbox is the best, yada yada yada. PlayStation's the best, and like they'll die on that hill. Oh, Nintendo is the greatest. Um, they definitely all have their strengths, but I'm not willing to die on any hill for a console manufacturer, game manufacturer, none of that. Because they all have their flaws. They all come with their own type of shulbit, if you will. So there are certain things that would seem out of place on other hardware. Like if I ever saw The Legend of Zelda on PlayStation, like that would be sacrilegious. But when Sega did it, it was because I feel like they either went multi-platform or they ceased to exist. So I think exclusivity is a good thing. I mean, let's be honest. If you could play anything anywhere, then there would only need to be one console. So I feel like it's a good thing. Each console manufacturer offers something different. And if you're going to go for just one, I mean, you weigh the options and you pick which one is best for you. It's almost like buying a car. Some cars are better for city driving, that stop and go. And then some are better for highway use. You weigh your options and you pick which is best for you. In the end, it really just boils down to like a popularity contest. You will probably want to play where most of your friends are. Most consoles get their fair share of multiplayer games. Obviously, like Smash is only going to be on Nintendo consoles, but if you're playing Smash, you might not mind missing out on, say, Call of Duty. I know for me, the Call of Duty train is kind of gone by. But in its heyday, Call of Duty every day after work, every day. That's like what, 2008, something like that. Last thing I want to talk about is the Nintendo drought that we seem to be in. When I say drought, I mean like there aren't any new announcements. People don't really know what's coming out from Nintendo themselves for the rest of the year. And I just want to say I trust Nintendo. And this is just based off their track record. It would be it would not be smart of them to go into this particular holiday season without something. I remember one year their big game was that tennis game for the Wii U, and it was just bad. But like this is a big year. Microsoft and Sony are both coming out with consoles. So Nintendo obviously has something up their sleeve to where they can be like, okay, Nintendo, we're here. Don't forget about us. But even if that weren't the case, I have a shoebox full of Nintendo Switch games. If I had to give a number, I'd say like 20 plus. And like there are some that I have not even put in 4 or 5 hours on. So like there are games to play. There's no shortage of games to play. I think people just like to have new announcements and be able to say, oh, look what's coming out. This is what I'm saving up for. This is what I'm looking forward to. It's almost like when I say we, I mean gamers in general. We look forward to the announcements, and then sometimes when the game comes out, it's like, because you have your evergreen titles. I've been playing some Mario Kart more lately. It's one of the most treacherous places on earth, man. Mario Kart Online. Well, I tell you. I've been playing some of that. Been playing Rocket League some more. But like the thing is, these games will always be there. And like me, I tend to prefer multiplayer experiences, online multiplayer experiences. The problem with those is you can't pause them. And man, to be able to pause the game, like it's the little things, man. It's the little things. But you also have single player experiences. This summer I beat Horizon Zero Dawn. Excellent game. And I'm in the middle of Uncharted 4. I started it years ago, and then I just picked it back up more recently. But that's the thing with games. It's the ebb and the flow, and sometimes you go in on a game, right? Like I'm continually playing Overwatch. I'll never stop playing Overwatch until they shut the servers off, probably, because I like that game, and it fits my life right now, if that makes sense. I can play in short bursts, 5-10 minutes, get a game in, or I can just buckle in for 2-3 hour session. Like it's flexible like that. So anyway, that's what's on my mind this week. This is Blue Pharaoh, signing off. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.